Welcome to the daily morning program at Sri Sri Radha Kalachandidam. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So this is our Monday Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. I think the last time we completed chapter 6 of the Madhya Lila. So we'll continue with chapter 7. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. So we are in Madhya Lila of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and this is chapter 7. We're beginning chapter 7 today. The title of the chapter is The Lord Begins His Tour of South India. What's happened so far is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his sannyas, and he wanted to go to Vrindavan. But the devotees didn't really want him to go to Vrindavan. They were feeling intense separation already because Mahaprabhu had taken sannyas, and they knew he would not stay in Madhya. So they somehow diverted him to Shantipur. They were saying, hey, Mahaprabhu, this is Yamuna. You know, they showed him the Ganges, and he was in such ecstatic mood that he thought it was the Yamuna. And then they directed him to Advaita Acharya's home in Shantipur. And then there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother, Sachi Mata, had a request for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That she said, Vrindavan is too far. I cannot know about your news. It will be very difficult for me. So my request is that you please stay in Jagannath Puri, Puri, instead of actually going to Vrindavan. So then from Shantipur, Mahaprabhu, along with few of his associates, Nityanand Prabhu, Mukunda Datta Prabhu, I think Jagannathananda Pandit, Damodar Pandit, like that, a few of them, very, very close associates of Mahaprabhu, they were traveling, and then there was an incident where Nityanand Prabhu broke his danda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got very upset, externally at least, and then said, now I'm going to go to Puri, so you guys should just either go in front of me or just follow me. I don't want you to come with me together. So Mahaprabhu goes to Puri, and then when he is in front of Jagannath, all his ecstatic moods come about, and he just faints in ecstasy. So there Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is there, and then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sees this. The guards think this is somebody who's acting. They really didn't know those 8 types of ecstatic symptoms that you might have in an advanced devotee. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was very advanced. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saw this and then took Mahaprabhu to his home. And by that time, all the devotees had come, Nityananda Prabhu and Jagadananda Pandit and everybody. And then they loudly chanted the Mahamantra, and Mahaprabhu woke up from his unconscious state. And then that's the previous chapter is where Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sees Mahaprabhu and says, "Oh, you're such a young person and you've already taken sannyas. And I will teach you Vedanta." Because for sannyasi, this is very important. In those times at least, there were mostly Advaita sannyasis, and their main thing was to learn the Vedanta. So for 7 days, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was explaining in the previous chapter the meaning of Vedanta Sutra. And then Mahaprabhu delivers him. Mahaprabhu patiently listens to him for 7 days without uttering a word. And then after 7 days he says, "Vedanta Sutra is very clear to me, but what you're saying is not very clear to me." It's like a cloud that's hiding the sun, you know. The Vedanta Sutra by itself is very clear in what it wants to say, which is to worship the Supreme Personality. But your explanation is very clouded. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya becomes a disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is just after that. The previous one I think was called Deliverance, the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That was chapter 6. And now Mahaprabhu is still in Puri after this incident has happened, and he now wants to travel to South India for his preaching activities. So in every chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have a summary of the chapter written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I think that's called Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, his commentary on the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So first we'll read that summary of the chapter, and then we'll go to the individual texts. Before that, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Okay, this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's summary. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarizes the 7th chapter as follows. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the renounced order of life in the month of Magha, January-February, and went to Jagannath Puri in the month of Falguna, February-March. He saw the Dola Yatra festival during the month of Falguna, and in the month of Chaitra, he liberated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. During the month of Vaishaka, he began to tour South India. When he proposed to travel to South India alone, Sri Nityananda Prabhu gave him a Brahmana assistant named Krishna Das. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was beginning his tour, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave him 4 sets of clothes and requested him to see Ramananda Rai, who was residing at that time on the bank of the river Godavari. Along with other devotees, Nityananda Prabhu accompanied the Lord to Alalnath, but there Lord Chaitanya left them all behind and went ahead with Brahmana Krishna Dasa. The Lord began chanting the mantra, Krishna, 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 Hey. In whatever village he spent the night, whenever a person came to see him in his shelter, the Lord implored him to preach the Krishna consciousness movement. After teaching the people of one village, the Lord proceeded to other villages to increase devotees. In this way, he finally reached Kurmasthana. While there, he bestowed his costless mercy upon a Brahmana called Kurma and cured another Brahmana named Vasudeva who was suffering from leprosy. After curing this Brahmana leper, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received the title Vasudevamrita Pradha, meaning one who delivered nectar to the leper Vasudeva. So we'll continue. This is the final part of the chapter. We'll talk about how he cured the leper and how he met the Kurma Brahmana. Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam vasu. How do we do this? Do you have the text? Do we repeat this is text 1. We'll start with text 1. We'll just call and repeat text 1 and then we'll just read the rest of it. Yeah, we'll just do it like how we do Bhagavatam. Just call and repeat. Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam Vasudevam dayardrahi Nashtakushtam rupapushtam Bhakti tushtam chakaraya Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam Vasudevam dayardrahi Nashtakushtam rupapushtam Bhakti tushtam chakaraya. Somebody want to chant? Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam Vasudevam dayardradhi Nashtakushtam rupapushtam Bhakti tushtam chakaraya. Jose, you want to chant? Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam Vasudevam dayardadhi Nashtakushtam rupapushtam Bhakti tushtam chakaraya. Raseshwari, you want to try? Dhanyam tam naumi chaitanyam Vasudevam dayardradhi Nashtakushtam rupapushtam Bhakti tushtam chakaraya. Haribol. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is the word for word. Dhanyam, auspicious. Tam, unto him. Naumi, I offer obeisances. Chaitanyam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vasudevam, unto the Brahmana Vasudeva. Daya ardhadhi, being compassionate. Nashta kushtam, cured the leprosy. Rupa pushtam, beautiful. Bhakti tushtam, satisfied in devotional service. Chakara, made. Yaha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being very compassionate toward a Brahmana named Vasudeva, cured him of leprosy. He transformed him into a beautiful man, satisfied with devotional service. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the glorious Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see this in the beginning of all the chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita, probably most of them. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami will write a prayer for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu based on the theme of that chapter. So this is really amazing. Throughout the text of Chaitanya Charitamrita, every single chapter will have a unique prayer that is completely based on the theme of that chapter Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing. And here he is especially glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's compassionate nature. Right? We all know this. Namo Mahavadanya is the most munificent of all avatar, because this is, leprosy is very. It's not many people go near people who have leprosy. It's not a very pleasant sight to see. Right? You need to be really, really compassionate on a person to even go near a person who has leprosy, because it's contagious also. That's one thing. But Mahaprabhu, you see, he's glorifying Mahaprabhu to be really compassionate because he cured Vasudeva. And then transformed him to not just to a beautiful man in terms of his body, but also he was completely satisfied with devotional service. So that was the amazing compassion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he was not just curing people, but was giving them the actual medicine of devotional service. Okay, let's continue. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. You want to take turns to read translation? We can take turns to read translation that way? Yeah. Somebody wants to. This is text 2. Yeah, this one is a constant, probably in all the chapters. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami will always glorify the personalities and the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before beginning his explanation. Ei mate sarva bhaumera nistara karila dakshina gamane prabhura icha upajila. Yeah, so this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. He wanted to go to South India. Magha Shukla Pakshe Prabhu Karila Sanyasa Falgune Ashiya Kila Nila Chale Vasa. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you want to read, Raseshwari? Do it. Yeah, so like we saw in the summary, the month of Magha is January, February. And then that time is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his sannyas. And then during the following month, Falguna, which is February, March, he was in Puri and he resided there. Falgunera sheshe dhola yatra shede kila prema veshe tanha bahu nritya gita kaila. At the end of the month of Falguna, he witnessed the Dhola Yatra ceremony, and in his usual ecstatic love of God, he chanted and danced in various ways on the occasion. So Dhola Yatra is a festival that they have in the springtime. It's, I think, around the Holi time, where people are flashing colors uh, and celebrating the arrival of spring. So Mahaprabhu was there in Puri, and it's really celebrated in Puri, the Dhola Yatra festival. Chaitre rahi kaila sarva bhauma vimochana Vaishakera prathame dakshina yaite haila mana. Bhattacharya. Yeah. So we've already discussed this. So after he came to Puri, he delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And this was during the month of Chaitra. Chaitra is March, April. And then Vaishak is April, May. So in April, in the month of April, May, Mahaprabhu wanted to go to South India. Nijagana anika he vinaya kariya alingana kari sabhaya srihaste dariya toma shaba jani ami pranadhika kari prana chadhayaya toma shaba chadite na pari. Yeah. Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a exposition of Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? That's why Prabhupada, in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, he writes the life and precepts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A quick biography, summary biography of Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada writes in the beginning of Bhagavatam. Because everything that is said in Bhagavatam is lived in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you can see here how affectionate Mahaprabhu was with his associates, with his devotees. And we would see the same with reciprocation was happening from the devotees towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Mahaprabhu is saying, it's I can give up my life very easily, but I cannot give you up as devotees. It's very, very difficult for me to give you up. Because the devotees, he says, are more dear to him than his life. This is amazing how throughout the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita we will see this loving exchanges between devotees and how deep these are. This is why Prabhupada created the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is so that we can have these deep friendships among devotees. Right? I think he writes this in the 6 loving exchanges that Rupa Goswami says in the Nectar of Instruction, right? Dadati pratigrihnati guhyamakyati pritchati bhungte bhojayate cheva shadvidam priti lakshanam. He says these are the 6 loving exchanges that devotees have among each other, and these are dadati pratigrihnati, giving and receiving gifts, guhyamakyati pritchati, revealing your mind in confidence and asking confidential questions like that. And then Bhungte Bhojayate Chaiva, serving and honoring Prasadam. And Prabhupada says that even normal people do it. Like if you would go for a business meeting, like-minded people might have a big banquet where they'll come together and then have food together and discuss intimate things. Like 2-3 people might sit together and discuss, reveal their minds like that, and they might bring some gifts to them. So this is just normal, even among people who are not devotees, in the general world that we live in, that these are really loving exchanges. But with the devotees, it's even more deeper, because the loving exchanges don't have anything that they want in return. That's the thing with the exchanges between devotees. Whereas in other business meetings, all these things are done so that the deal can be finalized. Right? All these things are done so that I can extract something from the other person. But with the devotees itself, among the society of devotees, the Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us how the relationships are so deep that they consider them to be their life, that it's more valuable than their life itself, because what's more valuable than life? So this is Mahaprabhu's mood. So he calls all of them, and then this is interesting where he holds them by the hand. So you've seen this if you go to Bengal, this is a cultural thing, when they talk to you, they'll hold your hand and talk to you, which means they're really considering you to be very intimate. And you can see this also in the Bhagavatam, when Krishna is sending Uddhava to Vrindavan, to send a message to the gopis of Vrindavan. The Bhagavatam says Krishna held Uddhava's hand and was telling Uddhava, Uddhava, can you please go to Vrindavan? So this is a sign of intimacy between people when they hold their hand and then speak. Okay, we'll move on. Tumi sabha bandhu mora bandhu kritya kaile iha nani mora jagannatha dekaile. Actually, it was the opposite, right? The devotees didn't really want him to go. Somehow Mahaprabhu said, no, I'm going to go alone. You guys follow me. But still Mahaprabhu gives the devotees the credit for bringing him to Puri and then giving him a chance to see Lord Jagannath in the temple. It's amazing. Eisha bastane muni magone ka dhane sabe meli agnya deha yaiba dakshine yaiba dakshine. So Mahaprabhu is asking, this is amazing how this is exchange of devotee relationship is happening between devotees, right? Mahaprabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead, completely independent, right? But yet he is bringing all the devotees together and then consulting with them on what he wants to do. He's decided, and then instead of unilaterally saying, oh, I'm going to do this, he's saying, please give me permission because I want to go. I want to go and do a tour of South India. Vishwarupa uddeshe avashya amiya ba ekaki aiba kaho sange na laiba. Yeah, Mahaprabhu already knows. Vishwarupa, you know who Vishwarupa is? Vishwarupa is the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Vishwarupa actually took sannyas and left home at an early age when Mahaprabhu was very, very small boy. So, but he also traveled throughout India, Vishwarupa, but then he left his body. So, but Mahaprabhu knew this, but he wanted to tour South India, so he wanted to give the devotees a reason so that he could tour South India. He said, I want to go and search for Vishwarup. So, but I want to do this alone, please. So please let me travel. And we'll see why he wants to go alone in the following verses. Setu bandhana haite ami nashi yavata nila chale tumi saba rahi betavata. Yeah, you know where Setu Bandhan is? Setu Bandhan is in the tip of South India. So this is the bridge. Setu means bridge that was constructed by Lord Ramachandra to go to Lanka, where Ravan had actually kidnapped Mother Sita. Right? So this was the bridge that Lord Ramachandra built. So Mahaprabhu was saying that I'm going to go all the way down. But the devotees might say, okay, you go Mahaprabhu, we'll also follow you. Right? So, but Mahaprabhu is giving them instruction. Till then, you guys please be here in Jagannath Puri. I don't want you to follow me so that I can go alone. Vishwarupa siddhi prapti jane na shakala dakshina deshe uddharithe khare na e chala. Knowing everything, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was aware that Vishwarupa had already passed away. A pretense of ignorance was necessary, however, so that he could go to South India and liberate the people there. So we discussed this, right? Mahaprabhu already knew that Vishwarupa had left his body. But he had to give this reason. And sometimes we see this, that we're trying to be diplomatic with devotees, right? And Chaitanya Charitamrita says the right way to do it, where such things are not harmful to people. When Mahaprabhu says this, oh, I'm going to go and see Vishwarup, it's not really going to have a negative effect, such a reasoning. But if the reasoning is going to have a negative effect, we have to be very careful when we are saying things in order to be diplomatic. Shuniya shabara mane haila mahadhuka nishabda haila shabara shukaila mukha. Yeah, it's unbearable for the devotees, right? This separation from Mahaprabhu, and you never know, because in those times you didn't have amazing transportation. People would have to walk, right? So if you go on a tour of South India, this Puri is in the eastern part of India, pretty high up, above the middle part of India. So you go all the way down to the south and come back and come. It's going to take years for them to see Mahaprabhu again. So it's devastating. It's unthinkable for the devotees to even envision this. Nityananda Prabhu kahe aiche kaiche haya ekaki aibe tumi keiha sahaya. Yeah. Who can tolerate this? Dui eka sanga chaluka napada hata range yare kaha shei dui chaluk tomar shange. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you see this, the affection that the devotees have for Mahaprabhu, right? They're not ready to send him alone. Although Mahaprabhu is fully capable of going alone, the devotees want to protect Mahaprabhu. Said, what will happen to you? Because you're always in these ecstatic symptoms, right? And then sometimes rogues might come, the thieves might come. Who's going to protect you from? And then Nityananda Prabhu is giving a concession. Okay, you don't want us to come with you? You pick the people who have to come with you. It's not about us coming with you, right? This is the other side, where the devotees are also completely looking at what Mahaprabhu wants. Mahaprabhu, you want to go alone? That's fine. You don't want us? That's also fine. This is Mahaprabhu's Sikshashtakam also, right? Aslishya vapada ratam pinashtuvam adarshanan marmahatam karotuva yata tatava vidadhatu lampato mat prananatastu sayevanabara. So we see that here, that Mahaprabhu wants to go alone. This is specifically for his preaching purposes, that Mahaprabhu wants to go alone. And we'll see in the rest of the chapter why Mahaprabhu wants to go alone. What happens if he is with his associates? But the associates are also thinking that, okay, you want to leave us and go? And what will happen in any relationship, right? If somebody is very intimate and close, if somebody says, no, I don't want you to come with me, I'm going to go alone. They might think we're creating a wedge, right? There is a separation between two people. But here the devotees are also very understanding of Mahaprabhu and saying, Mahaprabhu, what you want is more important to us, not what we want. But we want you to take a few people, a couple of people at least with you. You can decide who it has to be. Dakshinera tirtha pata ami shaba jani ami shange ai prabhu ajna deha tumi. Indeed, I know all paths to different places of pilgrimage in South India. Just order me and I shall go with you. Who is speaking this? Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu. Because Nityananda Prabhu left home at a very young age. From Ekachakra. This was the village where Nityananda Prabhu grew up. And there was a traveling monk, a sannyasi, who had come to Ekachakra. And then his father, Hadai Pandit, had actually asked this sannyasi, what can I do for you? Please order me. And then he never imagined what the sannyasi would ask. The sannyasi said, send your son along with me, I'll train your son. This separation, it was unimaginable for Nityananda Prabhu was very young at that time, 10, 11 years old, I think, or 12 years old, like that. and and then what to do? They had given their words to the sannyasi, so the parents allowed Nityananda Prabhu to go, but in the separation they left their bodies. They just couldn't tolerate the separation of their son. But Nityananda Prabhu, when he was traveling along with the sannyasi, had gone through all parts of India with the sannyasi. So Nityananda Prabhu is saying, "Oh, I have experience of traveling to South India. I know all the ways, paths that go to South India. So let me come. If you order me, I shall go with you." Prabhu kahe ami nartaka tumi sutradhara tumi aiche nacho taiche nartana amara. Mahaprabhu is going to go on a very um, sarcastic way in which he's going to chastise lovingly his associates in the next few verses. Because this is what has happened so far, right? Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan. The devotees didn't want him to go to Vrindavan. They took him to Shantipur. And then the only thing that Mahaprabhu had was his staff. Nityananda Prabhu broke his staff. Then he wanted to go to Puri, then the devotees also followed. Mahaprabhu wanted to go alone, but the devotees, no, I also want to come. We also want to come. So Mahaprabhu is saying, I'm just like the puppet, right? I'm in your hands. You pull the wires, and then I'll do what all of you want me to do. Sannyasa kariya ami chalilan vrindavan tumi amalanya aile advaita bhavana. What's it? नीला चले आसीते पाते भंगीला मोरा धंडा चोमा सभर घादा स्नेहे आमारा कार्य भंगा. While on the way to Jagannath Puri, you broke my sannyasa staff. I know that all of you have great affection for me, but such things disturb my activities. The very reason Mahaprabhu took sannyas was so that people would listen to what he said. Right? He wanted to preach. So he went and met his spiritual master Ishwara Puri in Gaya. Till then, Mahaprabhu was called Nimai Pandit. He was a Sanskrit scholar. He had his own school where he was teaching his students. But then he was very, very young at that time, very young. So Mahaprabhu was 24 years when he took sannyas. So you could see. So Nimai Pandit, people were not really respecting him as much as they should, because he was Krishna himself, because he was very young. And he was in the order of brahmachari, right, which is the lowest of the varnashram. You're a student, so he was not married. And then I think probably he was not married, or probably he was married to Lakshmi Priya, I'm not sure. But then he goes to Gaya to offer this pinda to for his father. His father had passed away. So there he met his spiritual master Ishwara Puri, and then he gave him the Maha Mantra. And then from that point, he wanted to really preach, right? But then people wouldn't listen to what he said. So he said, no, I need to take sannyas, so that people would listen to, because sannyas order is the highest order in the societal hierarchy, right? You have the brahmachari, the grihastha, which is the married life, and then the vanaprastha, which is the renounced order, not retired order, and then sannyas, which is the renounced order of life. So Mahaprabhu took sannyas specifically for this. And then he's saying, okay, but I wanted to do this, but all of your activities are actually disturbing me. Whatever you're doing. Externally, Mahaprabhu is just internally, we've read in the previous chapters why all of this happened. Mahaprabhu was internally pleased when Nityananda Prabhu broke his danda, because the three danda, he broke it into three pieces instead of having it as a single staff, right? So like that. Jagadananda chahe ama vishaya bhunjaite ei kahe shei bhaye chahiye karite. Jagadananda Pandit had this amazing relationship with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he could get angry with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't really do what Jagannath Pandit wanted, he would get angry. And it was not for his own sake. Jagannath Pandit was thinking, oh, Mahaprabhu is dancing so ecstatically, and Mahaprabhu would fall down when he would dance because of his ecstatic symptoms, and his body was so soft. So the devotees would think, oh, Mahaprabhu would hurt his body when he's falling down when he's dancing. So Jagannath Pandit would give him like nice thick mattresses. They would put it so that when Mahaprabhu falls, he would not really get hurt. Like that, he would give him many things, only for the satisfaction of Mahaprabhu, of course. And I think it's in Gaur Ganodesh Deepika. This is a book, I think written by Narahari Sarkar, I think, if I'm not sure. But this gives the actual position of all the associates of Chaitanya Lila in Krishna Lila. So all the associates of Krishna incarnated also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as, when Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I think Jagannath Pandit is Satyabhama, the incarnation of Satyabhama. So you see this relationship that Satyabhama has with Krishna in Dwaraka also. We can see it's kind of the same relationship that Jagannath Pandit has with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also here. So out of fear, Mahaprabhu is saying, I do whatever Jagannath wants me to do. Kabu yadi inhara vakya kariye anyata krodeti na dine more nahi kahe katha. Yeah, this is the kind of relationship that Jagannath Pandit and Mahaprabhu were having. Mukunda haena dhuki dheki sannyasa dharma tina bhare shite snana bhumite shayana. Being a sannyasi, I have a duty to lie down on the ground and to take a bath 3 times a day, even during the winter. But Mukunda becomes very unhappy when he sees my severe austerities. So this is Mukunda Datta, another very close associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That this was we saw this few chapters before. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, it was unbearable for the devotees, right? Mahaprabhu had nice curling hair, and he was shaving off his hair, and they were thinking about the austerities, because sannyasi means you're completely renounced, and these are the things that the sannyasis do, right? They take austerities on their own. So they were very unhappy with Mahaprabhu seeing it, and Mahaprabhu also knew this. Although the devotees were keeping it within themselves, Mahaprabhu still was seeing what the devotees were going through. So we'll stop here for now. We are at 8:30. We went till what text 23. We'll continue from text 24 next week of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya. If there are any questions or comments or reflections, we can take them now, or else we can stop for prasad. Okay, we can stop here. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.